Of all nights, it had to be this one. The lonely Cree mentally complained as the rain pounded against the stone walls of the buildings and his brilliant orange chitin. The heaviest downpour in San Francisco for 3 years, and now he's stuck running in the puddles dodging Terran bounty hunters. I couldn't have asked for a better one. The thrill of it all. Is this that adrenaline thing? Hunt or be hunted? A masterful game of Gabter and Yun? None of his previous deaths had ever gotten so large a response on other planets. Usually when people caught on to his bit, they'd just chase him out, or he'd book it off-world. It was his usual bait and switch. He had a wonderful colour and pattern for a common Cree, enough to be confused for a richer man. He'd go to a loaning agency, borrow what he could in the local currency and live it lavish while gambling at a casino. Not the Terrans. No. They'd apparently hound him to the ends of the world, possibly beyond it. He had managed to dodge the local police in Las Vegas, which was his true misfortune. He now had a public bounty. His colourful chitin, his greatest asset, was now the greatest pain in his ass. He only ever had 1 or 2 days in any area before some bounty group was on his trail. This had been his longest break in weeks. 5 days of sweet, sweet rest. While he hot-wired his way to the west coast, he picked up a few things to better hide his identity. A poncho and a big sombrero did most of the work. A little paint here and there should have had him in the clear. Yet here they were, chasing him through the streets like prey. He should be terrified, and yet these Terrans were showing him the best time of his life. Greater excitement than any gamble he'd ever taken. He was starting to love the chase. I think this whole damn planet is starting to awaken something in me. His introspection was cut short by the sounds of boots landing on a nearby dumpster, nearly scaring him out of his exoskeleton. Gah! Bounty hunter? Turning to the Terran male as they proudly stood tall on the trash bin. Hello there. He didn't try to stick around for the rest of the introduction, bolting in the opposite direction of the Terran, only to be greeted by another at the end of the alleyway. Halt! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. The Cree was more so shocked by this one's attire than by their words. He didn't like to brag, but he was pretty deep into fashion, no matter where he went. This was not it. It had to be some kind of costume, or maybe traditional armour that was passed down the Terran's bloodline. What the fuck are you wearing? It's my ass-kicking outfit, bitch! yelled a man, taking a quick and clear feint with a shock baton, making the Cree jump back. One man behind him, another in front, and no grand path away, looking to the buildings around him. Jackpot. Jumping first to the building on his right, some mum and pop's dim sum place, then bounding off the wall to the 3rd floor of the multi-level car park opposite to it, leaving the 2 bounty hunters behind. Nice fit, dude. You really went all out for this. The first Terran complimented their armoured peer as they jumped off the dumpster. Well, not every day you get to mess with an off-worlder. Non-combatant figured I'd give him a proper welcome. Putting away the shot baton and huddling under the covered rear doorway of the dim sum shop, joined by the other as some cigarettes would be passed and lit. So, which group do you think is going to win the pot? No idea. You see that dude dress up as Roshi? Like, from that old anime? Yup, he's somewhere around here. Honestly, it was worth giving this dude a rest for free entertainment. Unknown to the Cree, a rather large bet was going on between multiple groups. Ever since the bounty was first posted, the off-worlder was under observation. Drones, investigators, random people, social media. Whatever could get a beat on him, kept a beat on him. It under this tight observation that he earned the respect of the Terran pursuers. Despite being a lone scum scoundrel, he was overall decent. When was the last time you saw someone help a random little old lady cross the street? Well, they couldn't just up and let him off scot-free. Someone posted an idea on the online bounty board. You'll want to just fuck with him a bit? And then the rule-making began. 1. Do not cause physical harm to the target. 2. You may carry weapons, but they cannot be loaded or lethal. 3. The funnier the encounter, the better. 4. All encounters must be recorded. For posterity. 5. Groups may make bets on and against each other. 6. Groups may not sabotage other groups. 7. The winner is whoever convinces the target to turn themselves in. Second place to funniest. 8. In the case that the target tries to start a physical altercation, all bets and rules are off. After less than grateful landing on the 3rd floor of the parking lot, the Cree had to scramble to grab their hat from falling back into the alley. He paid 40 Terran for the blasted thing. He's going to jail with him if it comes to that. Now then, if I was a Terran, I'd think that I would run back down and escape on the ground floor. Right. But since I'm not a Terran, they must think I'll be going further up. Now dashing towards the opposite wall of the lot. Then I simply won't go up or down. Jumping out of the building and onto the roof of a smaller building, much to the dismay of the older bounty hunter, who was waiting for him on the top floor of the parking lot under a large umbrella. Damn it, I'm not going to get to do my bit. Sending an update to the bounty board. Ah well. Next time. The Kree was eastward bound now. He heard of a rumour that if he sailed out far enough, he'd hit something called international waters. Whatever that meant. But most importantly, it had stopped the chase. His major issue was that he was no sailor, so he had to hope for either a kind soul to ferry him out, or hide on a large ship. He was still working out the logistics of the whole scenario, like how much food to pack, how to sneak on board, where the hell the dock was. It was barely a plan, but it was what he had. Once he was away from the other bounty hunters, he popped back down to street level. He should be safe again. He didn't see the bounty hunter and the weirdo in armour. It may be best to lie low for tonight. Good evening! Sons of Yarin! Turning to the new individual in the alley, equally oddly dressed as the former, black trench coat, a hat with a large full brim, and a mostly white mask with an exaggerated smile. Who are you? Who? Who is but the form following the function of what, and what I am is a man in a mask. Oh, fuck me. Right, mask. Bounty hunter? If I may, I shall answer in the affirmative. You, good sir, would you happen to be said bounty I am hunting? Would you believe me if I said no? After asking such a question, no. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, you go. Oh, good heavens! Pointing behind the bounty hunter and bolting out of the alleys as they turned to the non-existent threat. Did I really just fall for that? The lone bounty hunter now faced the empty alleyway and looked up at the all-weather drone that had been recording the exchange. We can cut this part out, right? Said drone swiveled in the air before giving chase to the Kree. I'm never going to hear the end of this. When above ground fails, underground is the place to be. This late at night, nobody in their right mind will be using the subway. If not a place to hide until morning, at least a place to hide from the rain for a moment. Okay. At least they're just bounty hunter breeding grounds. Lesson learned. And here I was using the bars as my dating pool. The calm female voice jeered from behind the Kree. You've got to be shitting me. Just how many bounty hunters can find me in one night? To be fair, you aren't exactly dressed for stealth. To be fair, I'm doing the best I can here. It's a bit hard to cover up this much handsome. Ooh, I'll have to use that sometime. You're more than welcome to it. So, shall we get this started? Sure. Hello, my name is Ingo Montaya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I did what? Genuine concern overtook the Kree. He never meant to harm anyone with his antics. If his actions had somehow led to someone dying, he deserved jail at the least. I'm sorry. I had no idea. Do what you have to. Watching as the sullen off-worlder went down to their knees in grief, the bounty hunter quickly holstered the unloaded weapon. Whoa, okay, no. Calm down. I guess the Princess Bride was a bit too intense. What? But your father? Is one not alive, dude? It's a movie line. We've been punking you all night. What? Distinctly less sad and more confused. A little bit of anger. You've been under watch for a while. Pointing to multiple cameras in the station and on her body, plus a few drones that have been tailing you, we decided to have some fun with your bounty because, while you're a bad guy, but it doesn't mean you're a bad guy. Is that another one of your fucking movie lines? Technically, yes, but I meant it. I'm so confused. Why? Why would you all do this? Sitting down next to the emotionally and mentally exhausted Kree. Look, when you try to mess with humans, like that loan scam you pulled, we may do a little trolling.